Hi, and welcome to another edition of Onside SA, the soccer show that's really taking off. And I'm with Budge again, and we have to say that we had the first week of our last one standing, the new competition we're doing, and the excitement has been unrivaled, I think. I've had people come out of the woodwork who never got a team, who never picked a team, who never got hold of us in time. And as we predicted, people were going to fall by the wayside. Budge, 200 odd started, 80 left roughly.
Yeah. A couple of boys in tears. Liverpool, a late equaliser. Chelsea were gone after 10 minutes with a vicious red card. And Southampton, I think, of all the teams, I watched their game, they were the stiffest. Yeah.
Budge, I looked at the people's selections, and I like the way you send it out on WhatsApp. You know everybody's selections, there's no grey areas. And each week we're going to be sending out everyone's selection. Everyone will be receiving the news, even if you're out. And people are already knocking on my door. Come on, when's the next one starting? I said, let's get rolling. But Budge, a major drop, as we predicted. And it's going to happen in football. You're going to get incredible results. And, you know, Chelsea losing at home stuck the boys down the river. Liverpool, the late draw, as you say. But there's some good stories coming out of it.
I know.
I believe your boys down at the betting shop have got prices. Who's going to win this competition?
Well, I went to Durban North on Sunday. A couple of boys were in the corner, didn't want to see me. And Aggie and Jen, they work for World Sports Betting with in Durban North there, and they both went through. Both gloating. And
of course.
And a piece of paper got put in front of me. I said, what is this? And he just walked away. And all I saw were like initials and odds. So I couldn't work it out. And it was odds on who's going to win the competition.
Yes.
So trying to decipher it, MK was, Mark McCabe was the favourite. I had a look at MM, so trying to work it out. Mark McCabe was the favourite.
Yeah.
Clive Barker, unbelievably, was second favourite. Yeah. So I'm going to the next, and then I saw...
Third favourite?
Third favourite was PM. And I couldn't work that out. Went home, you'll never believe who PM is.
Who?
Peric Majan.
Peric Majan. Well, he must have played third side football for Mauritius under 13s or something.
No idea, but just according to the initials on that piece of paper. So when the boys at Durban North, you know, Lawrence Chellen's still in, Ronnie Rowley's still in, Raymond Horn's still in. There's a lot of squad.
A lot of that from that area.
That's from the Tote there, yeah.
I know, you know, the people like Larry Weinstein.
Yeah.
He did the right thing. And next time we have this competition, I'm not going to just have one or two.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 5.
Well,
so you got to go, because you go out quickly. Who would have thought these top teams? Dick Goss took a few. He's in a couple.
Goss,
Larry Weinstein, Greg Petzer. These people took a few and they stayed in. 10 teams were used, Budge.
Yeah,
and the teams that are out, the boys who went for Liverpool, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Chelsea, and West Ham all went.
Good night,
Yeah, good night. The predictable ones, Man City, I thought would look good. Man United, Tottenham, and West Brom and Everton were the other boys who stuck
Everton, big winner too. I think there were 30 people on Everton.
Yeah, the people into it. Now it gets difficult because the guys who jumped onto Man City can't. You know, and Chelsea are playing Spurs at Wembley, so they won't be rushing. So it's going to get tougher now, Budge.
No doubt it's going to get tougher,
Yeah, and it's great competition. We will keep you posted because as we predicted, within 7 weeks these guys are gone, then the next one gets started. We've got to look to get another one started. People are already banging on my door, as I said, get the next one started. We know how to play it now. Well, let's see. Still, it's going to be results.
I know, pressure's on a few people. Yeah.
We're going to go through the teams that are playing later and the odds, but just to talk about our sponsorship, thanks very much to Let's Go Travel, who have sponsored this for us, the last one standing. Thanks very much to Phil and Sandy out there from their business, SP. Sandy and Phil, Let's Go Travel. That certainly does help it. It's a great prize and it's a great competition. Last one standing. Look at your WhatsApps because Budge will be sending out everyone's selections. By 1 o'clock on Saturday, you'll have it in your hand of who's still in. Even if you're out, you'll be able to put the knives into your mates. But great concept.
You know, Paul, last time I was having a beer at Rovers. One of the guys who's got more gold than most people have got in their teeth. Boise van Staden, 6 Comrades gold medals.
Yeah.
He was doing the Savages 21 on Sunday. Now, Guillaume Nell, my boss, was a marshal.
Yes.
And there's 400 metres to go, and Boise's come hurtling in, and he sees Guillaume as a marshal. He turned around and stopped. He said, "Hey, Gully, remember, I'm still in the competition. And he stopped and he went hurt. Now, that's what it means to some guys. You know, just
bragging rights is a big thing because they were like Pirik.
Yeah.
Pirik, you would have thought
third favourite, you know. So
third favourite, Pirik,
a bit of respect.
And what I like, people don't know who except you, and you're not in the competition.
Yeah.
You get the names, you construct it, you put it out. You send
It's
it
got to be before the first game starts on Saturday.
Absolutely. Get it in, as I say, I've told everyone, get it in by 11 on Saturday so it makes it easier for you. Earlier the better, because there's a lot on TV on Saturday.
There's several come through already.
Rugby. Have they? Yeah, send them through, you know. Okay, let's move on. Thanks very much to Let's Go Travel. But now we've got a Champion League playoff results. Hoffenheim 1, Liverpool 2. What did you think?
Well, the whole game changed when Hoffenheim, dodgy penalty for me, but the penalty was shocking. I don't think it would have hit the net.
Yes.
But then Liverpool scored. I think they deserved to win Liverpool, and they'll go through. But we want all the English teams through.
That ball went over the top, eh?
No, it didn't get to the goal line, hit it straight at the goalkeeper.
Oh, what happens, Budge, I'll ask you a question. What happens if a guy kicks the ball and goes over the crossbar, over the net, into the stands, and a guy catches it? Now, it's obviously he's missed his penalty.
Yeah.
He throws it back from the stands and it hits the net. What side of the net is that?
Well, the back of the net is the back, the front of the net. But it's,
so when the guy scores, it
should be the front of the net.
Yeah, why do people say he hit the back of the net? The back of the net's in the stand side. Okay, Budge, that's pedantic. Spanish Super Cup.
Yeah.
Real Madrid got roasted, eh? I mean, roasted Barcelona, right? 2-0 again. 5-1 on aggregate.
Yeah.
A couple of boys came out of Barcelona injured.
Yeah. You know, I watched the first half. It was midnight. The second half started, so I've taped it. I watched it again. The Neymar, you can see the sale of Neymar has deflated that team. Yeah. At the back, they've always been dodgy.
Yeah.
Look, so they'll sign Coutinho now after that result.
Guaranteed. And then Ronaldo got 5 match was the push, the factor.
I agree with it, Paul.
Yeah, of course. You don't lift your hand to a ref.
The thing is, he scores the goal, the first goal. He takes his shirt off. You know, that's all
stupid.
So he gets the yellow, and it was harsh, the penalty. But where the referee, the angle at him, had to go. 5 games, shut up and take it.
Yeah, and then just talking about the Premiership, people are just doing their last-minute signing. I believe they're all getting together, all the managers, to say when the cut-off date should be for signing. But Gylfi Sigurdsson broke Everton's bank.
45 million,
He's a very good player. He proved it with a side that struggled. You know, he was a good player at Spurs, but we found him surplus because we had bought a lot of quality players, we thought at the time, who turned out to be not that much quality. So good luck to him. He's a good player.
Yeah.
And Evans, Man City went for Evans and Stoke turned it down?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think West Brom turned it down. But,
sorry, West Brom, not Stoke.
I don't see him going to Man City. Jeez, Man United youngster. You know, but I don't know what's going on at Man City. If they're looking for Johnny Evans... They
bought Stones.
Well, they've got Stones, they've got Otamendi, they've got Mangala, they've got Company. How many more do you want? And they want Johnny Evans on the cheap. That doesn't make sense. So he's obviously not happy with what he's got.
Yeah, well, you know, he's obviously got a great name as a manager. But what's he doing with goalkeepers? Now he's working his way up. Next he'll be bugging around the midfielders.
Yeah.
Can't help putting pressure.
Play 11,
And also one thing I wanted to just touch on, we've one of our great mates, or my great mates from England, Stevie B, he's in our competition as well, and he's been a Fulham supporter for 50 years, and they rewarded him. Now he's going to be our pundit. We're going to occasionally go over to him, and he's going to tell us what's happening if there's championship matches, because that's where Fulham play. But follows football like you do, Budge, and be great to get his input on things, you know.
Pleasure,
And we'll probably be touching on a few international people to get their input for the show. But here's Stevie B. This is Steve Bram, and 50 years at Fulham. He will be our pundit. We'll be getting a lot of information. Loves his football. Been to every ground in the UK, because that's where Fulham have been. Fulham have been everywhere. But they got to playoffs last year.
Yeah, they're unlucky.
Yeah, so we'll be hearing a lot from Stevie Bram. Right, let's move on to English Premiership now. Everything impacts obviously on our competition, but let's go to the games, Budge. Southampton, West Ham.
Southampton,
are they at home again now?
Southampton at home. What happened was the West Ham, because of the Olympic Stadium, they're using it for some games. Yes, I just don't know about Southampton. I said I watched that game. Paul, they could have 29 shots at goal. I think they had 2 on target.
Ooh.
You know, they just can't score. I don't think they've scored in the last 6 home games.
They got some good players.
Some top players. They were superb. They just couldn't finish.
Yeah.
Now, West Ham, I felt sorry for them last week, Paul, because United had played Real Madrid on Tuesday. We got a bit of a pounding, and it sharpened us up. When it was 2-0, Bilic went for it. He didn't have to. He could have sat back and taken. And if the third goal goes to West Ham, then it's 2-1, the game's on.
Yeah.
And 4, well,
you have to go for it. You have to. I believe that collateral damage means nothing. How'd you go? We got beat.
Yeah.
So that by the time Pogba scored, that you could see they were on their knee.
Yeah, they were gone.
They were
Another
gone.
5 minutes.
I think they're not a bad side.
No, they'll come.
And so
this is a funny game.
What's happening to Virgil?
Well, they say he's not going.
Okay, very good player. So the tough game.
Tough game, yeah.
Stoke City, how did they come away? They got.
I just watched I watched the first 20 minutes. Stoke played Everton.
That's right.
I wanted to watch Rooney, and it was a terrible game.
Yes.
Then I watched the last 10 minutes because the Southampton game had finished, and Everton were hanging on. If it wasn't for Pickford and goals, those 30 Everton guys that went through would have been out. But
Everton 8 to 10. I mean, Arsenal.
Yeah, I like Arsenal, Paul. I just can't have Stoke. I know it'll be a difficult game.
It's always hard going there.
But Arsenal, plenty of goals, but I think Arsenal win.
Yeah, okay, you're going with Arsenal, okay. Huddersfield Town at home, they're second in the league, they've started beautifully. In comes Newcastle, who beat them in the Championship last year. Newcastle Spurs was a doer first half. Second half, they're unfortunate, rush of blood, and that put them on the back foot, and then Spurs could have got a lot of goals. But both these teams, I thought at the beginning of the year would struggle. What do you think?
Well, you have to. Huddersfield signed 10 players. But they scored the first 2 goals with set pieces. Obviously, they've worked on that. And Palace, there's always one upset result. I know Chelsea's was, but that was due to the red card. This wasn't.
Red cards.
Red cards, yeah, you're right. But Huddersfield, great result, plenty of momentum. And Newcastle are disappointed in.
Yeah. I agree. They didn't create enough for me.
I can't have that Shelby. I've watched him live a couple of times. He's playing for Liverpool once. And
he's a very good pass through he's got the red mist sets in, but he's got a good pass through the ball. So how are you going to read this?
Yeah, I'd go win and draw Huddersfield.
Okay, Spurs Chelsea, tough game.
Tough game, yeah.
At Wembley, we haven't done well there.
Yeah.
To our benefit, the red cards have obviously taken out. Two very
Cahill,
good
Fabregas,
two quality players, but they've got a big squad.
Yeah,
they're a good side. What's the news on Hazard? Anything else?
He's back in training. Him and Bakayoko in training.
So he won't be playing just yet.
No,
thank goodness.
But, so we hope Spurs.
Yeah, I've got a fancy Spurs, but it'll be a tough game.
Yeah.
It always is. Man City, Everton.
Yeah, it's a Monday night game, Paul. What I saw Everton, this should be an easy victory for Man City. Yeah.
Even though Everton
they can have Rooney, they can have Sigurdsson, but at the back they're dodgy.
Are they?
Yeah, and Man City should be too good for them.
Okay, they're a good side.
Yeah, top side.
Okay, Swansea City, who came away with a draw, didn't they?
Yeah, Saturday lunchtime kick-off this one.
Saturday lunchtime?
Yeah. Swansea, I couldn't believe
United looked good, man.
Yeah, well, we've been sharpened. We've had a lot of tough games. The Real Madrid game woke us up big time. Fortunately, he went with 2 midfield players and he played 4 up front. Not that you'd call Pogba an out-and-out midfield player. And Matic is a great signing, Said all along he's a better player than Kante, and guys jump down my throat.
Will they be as good defending if a team's coming at them?
No.
With Matic, they're not the greatest defenders. Their back 4 was suspect last year. I still think they've got a great goalkeeper, fantastic team going forward. I was very impressed with Man United.
I
thought they passed the ball well. Checkbook Mourinho, he's still got a don't lose first attitude.
Yeah. I think that'll change at Old Trafford
this
year.
It better. If they're going away and getting draws, they'll start saying, guys, we need some results.
He'll go against the top 5, look for the draw away from home, away from bad teams, let's bury them.
Yeah, that's what I think he's going to do. But sure, Man United got a quality squad. And I was very impressed. I think they'll roll Swansea.
Yeah, me too.
Bournemouth, Watford, struggling match, early struggling match, second game of the league.
I think there's plenty of goals again here, Paul. Bournemouth at home are hard to beat. And I like that Marco Silva. They had a go at Liverpool. Liverpool had great chances to kill the game off.
Yeah.
But when you're only 1 goal ahead, Paul,
I
know the last goal was offside, but the guy chickened out at Liverpool. But I think
he bailed in the near post.
Ducked on the header, and everyone's blaming the offside. I'd be blaming Wijnaldum for not heading it.
Yeah,
but plenty of goals. Got a fancy Bournemouth at home, but I think there'll be action in this game.
Action, have to, okay. Burnley, who started fantastically, Sean Dyche with the expensive watch, against West Brom.
Yep.
Set piece West Brom.
Set piece West Brom, set piece Burnley. Last year, the last 2 games at Burnley have ended 2-2. Yeah. So a tough game for Burnley. Great result last week, but could be a wake-up call against West Brom. But a draw big player.
Draw a big player. Okay. Leicester City, I was impressed with them. I thought they had a go. I thought they had a go.
They always have a go,
Yeah, they really had a go. Brighton will struggle.
Yeah. Look like it.
I'm a Leicester City man here.
Me too.
You know, and then Liverpool, Crystal Palace. I think Liverpool certainly.
Well, it should be. The only thing is you get hoodoo teams. The last 3 times they've played at Anfield, they've won Crystal Palace.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was Gerrard's farewell. They beat them there last year, and they've got to be better than they were last week. But Liverpool score goals for fun. It's just every ball into their box is pressure them. But
so
they've got to fancy Liverpool.
Coutinho will be gone.
I think. Well, after that result with Barcelona, they'll come with 120 or whatever Liverpool want. He's going.
Yeah. Okay. Right. The MTN games. Local quarterfinal results. Bidvest Wits.
Yeah, they were lucky. Wits.
Penalties,
Even the penalty shootout, they missed the first 2.
Wits.
Arrows scored 2. They ended up messing it up. But they'll come right. Gavin's no fool.
No fool. But Wits went through.
Yeah, Wits went through. Yeah.
Cape Town City, very good for the new man.
Benny,
Benny, they beat Polokwane 1-0. Scored early, I think.
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs had a lot of chances.
Yeah, a lot of chances.
They're unlucky. You got to say, even early now, they're an unlucky team. Supersport, a good team.
Yeah.
And then Sundowns Maritzburg. That's a great result for Clint Larson.
Yeah. No, that's Fadlu Davids. Clint's at Arrows.
Sorry.
But, they are... I was flicking between channels. The Spurs game was on, and obviously...
You haven't got 2 TVs in your lounge like me? One's on racing, one's on sport.
It was 0-0, and Sundowns missed a couple of great shots, hit the post, and then they caught them on the break. Good luck to the Maritzburg boys.
Good luck. Right, so now we get straight into fixtures. Now it's going to be interesting. Budget. Before we get into the league predictions, Chiefs, Pirates, can they win the league?
No.
Okay. You heard it here first. Chiefs and Pirates cannot win the league. Budge and I both agree on that. But let's go through the games and get your opinions. Bidvest Wits, who are champions, go to Cape Town City. Interesting game.
Yeah, big game. One of the few
games...
Cape
Town come up, sorry.
Yeah, Cape Town, One of the few games last year where Wits got beat at home. They got beat 3-2.
When
be a tough game.
was in charge.
Yeah, be a tough game for Bidvest Wits. They'll improve on last week.
Would you take the even money?
No.
Okay.
I'd go win and draw Cape Town City. I think it was 8-10 that I saw. That's my bet.
I bought my spot Zulu against Free State Stars.
Yeah, you just don't know. Kevin Johnson's taken over. New squad, several lone players coming in. I don't think they've played many friendlies. Free State Stars were terrible away from home last week. Last year. So you never know. Draw a player there, keep everybody happy. Any result wouldn't surprise me there, Paul.
Polokwane, 7-10?
Yeah, they played well last week against Cape Town City. They had a full go. Local derby, both games last year ended up in draws with Baraka. So don't be surprised if it's another draw.
Okay, and then Supersport United, who finished up 3rd, take on Mamelodi Sundowns.
They never beat Sundowns.
This will be a good game.
Yeah, it will be. You just can't believe it. The last 11 games they've played, the Sundowns have won 9 and drawn 2.
Wow.
So they've got the number, but Supersport have got a...
How would you read this?
No, I like Sundowns. Last week they should have beat Maritzburg.
14-10. Take a bit of 7-5 Sundowns. Pirates. Now, Pirates have got ability, there's no doubt. Now, Chipper United come into town.
Yeah, Chipper was shocking away from home last year. If ever there's a fixture for the new coach, this is it.
Nice little 6-10 to enlarge your bets. Ajax, Cape Town, Golden Arrows.
Yeah, Arrows don't do too well against Ajax in Cape Town, but they were impressive last week, Paul. Clint's got a lot of young guys. Don't be surprised if they get a result there.
Who's in charge of Ajax?
Ajax is a Dutchman guy called Stanley Menzo, a Hollander. Okay. They came right towards the end of last season, Ajax,
right.
And Arrows...
They've got a bit of flair.
Yeah,
they've got a bit of flair.
Young players.
Are they still linked with the Ajax overseas? Yeah.
I think so.
All right, Bloemfontein Celtic, Kaizer Chiefs.
Chiefs are good. If Chiefs score, they win.
Yeah, take the lot, put it on Chiefs. Take your double, Pirates and Chiefs, the 2 teams that can't win the league, take the double this week. And then Platinum Stars, Maritzburg United.
Another hit and miss team, Platinum Stars, But Maritzburg were impressive. They fought hard.
They beat Sundowns.
So I expect them win and draw Maritzburg for me,
Okay, let's go have a look at your bets, Budge, because we're into the Soccer 6 first, and let's go and have a look at the first one.
I think that obviously first week there's always a lot of draws. I've started with Free State Stars against Amazulu. Until Amazulu do something, then I'll take notice of them. I've gone Polokwane, win and draw the local derby against Baraka. I fancy Sundowns, win and draw against Supersport. I've thrown the draw in with Pirates. You never know with them. They can't score many goals with Chipper. I've given Golden Arrows the nod with Ajax, and Bank at Liverpool. Should be too good for Crystal Palace at home.
Yeah, no, I like your selections there, Budge. I'm strong on them with you. Let's look at the next one.
Yeah, I've gone Bournemouth win and draw against Watford. I've gone the field Burnley West Brom. I've banked Leicester I've gone the field, Southampton, West Ham, and bank at Arsenal. And I've gone win and draw Sunderland, Leeds United, 216.
I just wanted to ask you a question while you're talking about it, because the Arsenal could go up to 6 points if they win. And I think they'll win. Just if it happened, if Spurs beat Chelsea, not a good position, 2 games, no points.
Nah, Chelsea.
You don't want to be 6 points off United, City, and Arsenal, and teams
too many
like
teams spend a lot of money to be giving too much start.
Correct. It's a very tough league today. Okay, here we go. The next one is the 10, I believe.
The soccer 10, bank at Aston Villa to finally get a victory.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Keith Hughes' team, they haven't won.
No, haven't won yet. But at home, hard to beat. Norwich, not the best of travellers. I've gone Derby County win and draw at Bolton. I've gone Middlesbrough. I think it'll be hard to not to go up this year against
Forest. Started well.
Yeah, done well. This is their toughest test. They've played lesser teams.
Yeah.
I've thrown the draw in because getting Mark Warburton, Forest manager, won't want to get beat. I've gone the field with Bournemouth, Watford, likewise Burnley, West Brom. Okay. I've banked Leicester to beat Brighton. I've gone the field with Southampton and West Ham. I've banked Wolves, outside lurkers to go straight up, spend a lot of money.
Cardiff started well.
Cardiff started well. Yeah, they're both unbeaten. 3 for 3.
Stevie will be happy.
Yeah, Fulham, good team.
Yeah.
Should beat Sheffield Wednesday, who are also struggling. And I've gone win and draw Sunderland at Leeds United, 432.
Okay, and that leaves the
soccer 13. I've spent 200 Rand this week, Paul. Whether you spent 2,000 or 200. So I've gone for an extra banker. I've gone win and draw Bournemouth against Watford. I've gone Burnley win and draw against West Brom. I've banked Leicester, banked Liverpool. I've gone Southampton win and draw against West Ham. I've gone for Arsenal. I've banked Aston Villa. I've gone win and draw Fulham against Sheffield Wednesday. I've gone win and draw Ipswich against Brentford. I've gone win and draw Middlesbrough against Forest. I've gone QPR win and draw against Hull, and I've banked Wolves in the customary Swedish game. Eskilstuna, bottom of the league, are playing Malmo. Now, the only danger that can be an upset. Eskilstuna's play on an artificial turf. Malmo play on a grass pitch, but Malmo, best team there by street, so they should get a result there.
Okay, hard to catch, huh?
Well, you got to try, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're here for. Right, listen. Now it's interesting. The bets that Bud just come up with. Gone for the
I think there's a couple of good things this week. Yeah, I think I think Man United will beat Swansea. I think Leicester will beat Brighton, and I think Man City will beat Everton, all by more than 1 goal.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part. But I just think, just looking at the teams they're playing, and these two, that's 9-1, Paul. I'm already on. Then the over 2.5 goals. I've gone Swansea Man United, I've gone Bournemouth Watford, Liverpool Crystal Palace, and Stoke Arsenal.
Okay. Both teams to score.
Yep, I've gone Bournemouth Watford, I've gone Burnley West Brom, Liverpool Palace, and Stoke Arsenal, 1900 to 200. The Championship quartet, I've gone Wolves to beat Cardiff, I've gone Bristol City to beat Millwall, and then both teams to score, Ipswich Brentford and QPR Hull City.
Okay. The Spanish omelette.
Well, thank goodness it's back. I love watching the Spanish league, Paul. I've gone Atletico Bilbao to beat Getafe. I've gone Atletico Madrid to win by more than 1 goal against newly promoted Girona. I've gone Barcelona to beat Real Madrid, and there has to be 4 goals or more in the game. And I've gone
Barcelona to beat who?
Real Betis.
Okay.
And I've gone Real Madrid to score in both halves against Deportivo. I went through all the odds scouring.
That's how you got to play it.
You've got to scour all the odds, and especially those big teams, Paul. They scored well. So that worked out at 10-1.
6 or nix.
6 or nix. I've gone United to beat Swansea, Leicester to beat Brighton, Man City to beat Everton, Wolves to beat Cardiff, Atletico Madrid to beat Girona, and Malmo to beat Eskilstuna. 2,200 to 200.
Right, so budget looks good. Everything's under control. Yep. I do like the bets. I do like it when it's the British and South African teams you can have a bet on. And you will keep the guys. Last one standing is the most exciting thing going on at the moment.
They just got to go onto their website, Paul, onsitesa.co.za. If they see LOS-picks, that is the choices. Last one standing picks. And the show's on there, the bets are on there. Anybody wants to contact us, that's all on there. So go onto the site.
Last one standing. All right, well, that's the show this week. Make sure you're on side.